You're divorced. Maybe it just happened. Maybe it's been a year. Maybe you initiated. Maybe she did it. Maybe she initiated. Either way, you're standing at the edge of the dating pool for the first time in what? 10 years, 15, 25? And you're terrified. You've heard the horror stories. Dating apps are a nightmare. Women have impossible standards now. Everything's different. You're too old. You're too out of practice. You missed your window. Here's what I need you to hear. That is all BS. It's not true. The dating world hasn't changed nearly as much as you think it has. What women want, what we've always wanted, is exactly the same as it was before you got married. But here's the catch. Few things have shifted, and if you don't know what they are, you're going to make mistakes that'll cost you months, maybe years of frustration. So in this video, I'm going to tell you the truth about dating after divorce. I'm going to calm your fears about the stuff that doesn't matter. And I'm also going to show you the 7 things that have changed just a little, that you need to get a handle on. Because here's the good news. Once you know what they are, they're easy to master. Now, before I dive in, I put together a complete guidebook specifically for divorced men getting back into dating. A free guide. It covers everything we're going to talk about, plus a whole lot more. It's completely free, and the link is down below in the description box, okay? Don't download it yet. Watch this video first, because once you understand what I'm about to share, that guide is going to make a lot more sense and you're going to get way more out of it. All right, let's dive in. My name is Marni, and from here on out, I will be your very own personal wing girl. And every week, I'm gonna give you the no BS insider info about what women really want versus what they say they want, plus the most effective methods to win over any woman you like. So hit that subscribe button now so that you never miss a video. All right, let's get started. First, let me calm you down. I work with divorced men all the time. I work with truck drivers, I work with doctors, executives, business owners, regular guys, men who were married for 10 years, 20 years, 30 plus years. And they all come to me with the exact same fear. Marni, everything's different now. I don't even know where to start. I feel like a complete dinosaur. Help me, please. So let me tell you what I tell them. Women haven't changed. What we want in a man is exactly what we wanted when you were dating the first time around. We want confidence. We want a man who knows who he is. We want someone who makes us feel safe and desired and mentally stimulated. We want a man who leads, a man who's present, a man who has his life together and makes us feel like we're choosing to be with him, not like he's desperate for anyone who will have him. That hasn't changed. That's never going to change. So if you're worried that women have become some alien species with impossible standards, I need you to chill out and relax, because we're the same. We want the same things. The question is, are you the same? Or did you lose yourself somewhere in that marriage? And most likely you have, because here's what I've noticed with so many divorced men and so many divorced people. The problem isn't that dating has changed. The problem is that you have changed. Not in a bad way, but in ways that affect your dating confidence and your approach. You've been in husband mode for years, maybe decades. You stopped flirting. You stopped trying to impress. You got comfortable. Then you might have gotten angry. And now you have to remember how to be that guy again, the guy who was attractive, confident, and knew how to create chemistry. That guy is still in there, I promise you. But he's a little rusty, and there are a few new things that he needs to learn. So let's talk about what's actually different. There are 7 things that have changed just a little. These aren't scary. They're not impossible. They're just updates. Think of it like this. You knew how to drive before. You're still driving. But now there's GPS and backup cameras and lane assist. The fundamentals are the same. You just need to learn the new features. Okay, so change number 1, where you meet women. Back when you were dating, you probably met through friends, at bars, at work, through social circles. That still works. It works the best, actually, but now there's a whole other world of dating apps, and yes, they can be overwhelming or feel overwhelming. Hinge, Bumble, Facebook Dating, Match. There are so many of them. But here's what you need to know. Apps aren't replacing real-life connection. They're just adding another option. You don't have to become some swipe-addicted phone zombie, but you do need to understand how these platforms work, because millions of quality women are using them. They're on there. The good news, once you learn how to present yourself well on an app, with good photos, a profile that stands out, messages that actually get responses, it becomes a powerful tool. Bad news, most men do it completely wrong, and a bad profile will make you completely invisible. Change number 2, the speed of communication. When you were dating before, you'd get a woman's number, you'd wait a few days to call her. You leave a voicemail, wait for her to call you back. Like, back then, 3 months has happened, but that's gone. Now it's texting, and the expectations around response time and conversation flow are completely different. Women expect relatively quick responses. They expect some back and forth banter. They expect you to be comfortable communicating through text. This doesn't mean you have to be glued to your phone, but you do need to understand texting dynamics, how to keep a conversation going, how to create intrigue, how to transition from texting to an actual date. A lot of divorced guys lose women in the texting phase because they either come on too strong, wait too long, or just do not know how to create momentum. Change number 3, first date expectations. Here's some good news. First dates have actually gotten way more casual. Back in the day, you might have felt pressure to do a big fancy dinner. Now, you can go on coffee dates. They're totally normal. Go for walks, quick drinks, casual meetups. Women actually prefer this. It takes the pressure off of both of you. But here's the shift. Because first dates are more casual and easier to set up, women are going on more of them, which means you have more competition for her attention and vice versa. But you can't just show up and be fine. You need to be memorable. You need to stand out from the other 5 guys she met for coffee this month or earlier that morning. Change number 4, women are more direct. This one might actually work in your favor. This is a good thing. Women today are more likely to tell you what they want and what they don't want. We're less likely to play games, less likely to sit around waiting for you to read our minds, more likely to communicate directly. And this is a good thing. It's good for you. It means less guessing. But it also means you need to be able to handle directness. If she's not interested, she might just tell you. If she wants something specific, she's going to say it. Don't take it personally. Take it as a gift. Clear communication makes everything easier. Change number 5. Physical expectations have shifted. Let me be real with you about this. The timeline for physical intimacy has changed somewhat. Things tend to move faster now than they did 20 years ago. I'm not saying you have to do anything you're not comfortable with. I'm not saying every woman expects sex on the first date, because most do not. But you should know that the wait until date 5 doesn't really exist anymore. Every situation is different, but physical chemistry tends to be established earlier in the dating process. This is good news if you're comfortable with it, and that's what you want, but it can also throw off some divorced guys because they're used to a slower pace. And you can still keep at that pace, by the way, just letting you know what's out there. Change number 6, social media exists. When you were dating before, she couldn't Google you. She couldn't check your Instagram. She couldn't see photos of your life before she even met you and draw up conclusions on who you are. Now she can, and she probably will. This isn't necessarily a problem, but it means you need to be aware of your digital footprints and presence. What comes up when someone searches your name? What does your Facebook profile look like? Do you even have social media? You don't need to become an influencer, but you should know that women might look you up, and what they find will shape their impression of you. Change number 7. You're competing in a different pool. This is the one that trips up a lot of divorced men. Good or bad, right? When you were dating in your 20s and 30s, you were competing against other guys in their 20s and 30s because that's who you hung out with. Now the dating pool is different. You might be dating women who are also divorced, which is great because they understand what you've been through, which is wonderful. But you might also be dating women who have never been married or who are younger or who have different life expectations. The dynamics are different. The conversations are different. What women are looking for at 40 or 50 is different than what they wanted at 25. This isn't bad. It's just different. And once you understand the pool you're swimming in, you can navigate it effectively. Here's the truth. None of these changes are impossible to figure out. Apps, you can learn them in like a week. Texting, it's a skill you can develop, a skill. The new dating pool, once you understand it, you'll actually find that it works in your favor and you'll love it. The fundamentals, like confidence, presence, making her feel something, those haven't changed at all. You just got to get back into doing it. So if you're sitting there thinking, I can't do this, you're wrong. You absolutely can. But here's what I've seen go wrong. And I'm going to be really honest with you because I care about you getting this right. The number one place divorced men blow it, their dating profile, specifically their photos. They use the cropped picture from their cousin's wedding where they looked stiff and uncomfortable, or a bathroom selfie, or a group shot where no one can tell which guy they actually are. And this one kills me. A photo where their ex's arm is still visible. And then they wonder why they're getting 0 matches. And here's what you need to understand. Your photos are everything on dating apps. Women decide in less than 2 seconds whether to swipe right or swipe left, and that decision is based entirely on your pictures. You could be the most amazing, thoughtful, successful man in the world, but if your photos don't capture that, she's never gonna know it, and she's already gone. The good news, this is one of the easiest things to fix. I have put together a free guide called Profile Pics That Make Her Swipe Right. This isn't generic advice like smile more or use good lighting. I actually surveyed thousands of women and asked them to rate men's dating photos, which ones made them instantly interested, which ones made them swipe left without a second thought, and most importantly, why. Inside this guide, I'm showing you exactly what we found. You're going to learn the 7 types of photos women rated as most attractive and why they work, the photo mistakes that make women instantly swipe left. You're probably making at least 3 of these, or you will once you start using dating apps, what your main photos should be versus your supporting photos, how to show personality without looking like you're trying too hard, real life examples of before and after profiles that went from 0 matches to flooded inbox. And this is the stuff most guys never figure out. They just keep using bad photos and assume they're the problem, when really it's just how they're presenting themselves. It's Kodak's fault. Remember that? These are working against you. They're not working for you. So here's how to get it. I want you to click the link in the description below and download the guide right now. It is completely free because here's the thing. You've already done the hard part. You survived the divorce. You decided you're ready to put yourself back out there. That's hard. Don't let a bad profile picture be the thing that holds you back. Get the guide. Fix your photos. The guide's free. And start getting matches from women who actually want to meet you. Great women. You get a fresh start. So click the link below and download it now. That said, thank you for watching this video to the very end. I will see you next week.